This is Dale Calver. I'd like to welcome you to the MO Minute. You know, a lot of people use the mirror theory when they're out in the marketplace and they're talking about their opportunity and they're recruiting. And basically what the mirror theory is they carry a little compact mirror that we've all seen, a little square mirror, and they come up to somebody and they stick it right under their nose and they pull it out. And if there's two little holes right there that improves their breathing, then they want to tell them about their business. And you know, they spend 15, 20 minutes trying to tell them all about their program. Sometimes if there's just one hole there, they'll just want to tell them all about the program. And here's the truth and here's the reality of this business. 70% of the population you do not want. Now, I believe in when you're in that rhythm and you want to talk with everybody, but just expose and go on. Don't try to pitch and go on. Just expose. Because there's a lot of people that will join that will lead you to people that will be awesome on your team. Some of the best people that I've ever had, I didn't know them, but somebody knew them, and then they exploded. And I would have never found them, but between me and them were 7 or 8 or 10 or 15 people that never really did anything significant with the business. So when you're in the marketplace, you know, if try to find people and listen that are business-minded, business-oriented, entrepreneur-minded. And I want to share with you something. I don't think I've ever shared this before, but this is really, really good advice. You can tell what a person will do in the future based upon what they've done in the past. If I'm talking with somebody and they worked a job somewhere and then they were selling tools at the flea market on the weekend, or you know, they had a weekend gig going on, that tells you a little bit about that person, that they got a little bit of drive and entrepreneurism about them because they got something going on the side. That's really, really good. Another thing that you can ask people, and this is off the wall, but I'll ask people sometimes, what was the first thing you ever did as a kid to make money? And I'm looking for somebody when they were 6 years old, they were selling tomatoes on the side of the road or picked up bottles, or you know, they were doing something entrepreneurial when they were a kid to create income. And that tells you a lot about a person. If somebody says, well, you know, I really never had a job till I was in college and I worked at Taco Bell, they can do this business, but the odds are they're not. Give me somebody that sold grit newspaper or whatever when they were 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 years old. There's something in them that they can do this business. So that's just a side note. But the last thing I wanted to share, when you're out and about and you're in the marketplace, have a drop card. You guys have seen we use $100 bill drop cards. We use different kinds of drop cards. You know, and just come up with a 3-foot rule statement and say it, hand the card, and walk away. Have your website or a phone number, which is a voicemail number that goes into a ad box, and just hand it and walk away. That's all you have to do. You say whatever you're going to say and walk away. Now, it depends on obviously your company, your product, what you're doing, but the thing that I want to share with you is your words should be to the negative, not to the positive. It's not, hey, you're fat, ugly, and broke. Would you like to become rich and better looking and skinny? Go check out my web. You know, it's like if you have a weight loss product, it's, hey, if you know anybody like to lose an extra 10 or 30 pounds in a month or whatever's normal for your product, would you have them check out my website? And just hand the card and walk away. You hand it and you walk away. You don't tell them about the product. You don't tell them how much the product is. You don't tell them the product's name. If you create curiosity and walk away. If they're curious, they will check out your program. And that's all you have to do when you're in the marketplace. The mistake people make is they try to recruit somebody standing in the line at Walmart. It's not going to happen. All you can do is create curiosity and walk away. Create curiosity and walk away. I can say, hey, you don't know anybody who'd like to get free gas and groceries for the rest of your life. Or you wouldn't like to get free gas and groceries for the rest of your life, would you? And they look at me like, why wouldn't I? And a lot of times they'll say, no, I wouldn't. I said, well, I didn't think you would, but do me a favor and pass this card along to somebody who would and walk away. Or if they say, well, maybe, how do I do that? How much does it cost? What's the name of the company? All the information's right on my website. Check it out. My phone number's there. If you have any questions, give me a call and walk away. And see, if I have a card, if I hand it, people are going to take it. It's just natural. They're going to take it. Hand it, walk away. If they think you're going to try to sell them on the spot, it won't work. And that's why so many times people say, well, Dale, I can't get anybody interested. That's because you're talking too much. You aren't generating curiosity. It's simple. It's not difficult. It's extremely hard when you're doing it wrong. But if you just go in the marketplace, create curiosity, say, hey, check it out. Most people aren't going to check it out, but the right ones will. And that's all you have to do, guys, when you're in the marketplace. Understand 70% of the population you don't want anyway. You really don't. You're looking for the right person at the right time in their life. This is Dale Calvert. We'll see you next week on the MLM Minute.